Today we're going to talk about one of the pettiest dramas I've ever seen between two large YouTubers. These two are both some of the biggest D-bags I've ever seen on the internet, but unfortunately the guy who is clearly worse overall is actually the victim in this story, and the other guy seems to be getting away with it because he knows he can.
And I don't feel bad telling this story because Logan Paul has sued CoffeeZilla, which I think is a major dick move.
These two people would be Logan Paul and Ludwig. Now I actually think these people have a lot in common with one another. I think they're both incredibly manipulative and just overall opportunistic. They will tear you down if you stand in their way of getting the bag, because neither of these people have enough money to be genuine, I guess. Now this story actually starts with MrBeast. Ludwig and Logan Paul actually met during a competition that MrBeast was holding recently between a bunch of different YouTubers, and some of their interaction was actually discussed recently by Ludwig when he was being critical of Logan Paul and Prime Hydration. Ludwig began to discuss how he doesn't understand why drinking multiple Prime Hydrations in a single day could possibly make him feel funny.
I talked to Logan about this, but I asked him straight up, I was like, yo, you ever have like a few Primes in a day and you start buzzing off that shit?
Now I actually want to stop right there and interject, because I'm calling cap on Ludwig right off the rip. Ludwig basically is saying that there's something wrong with Prime Hydration because it's making him abnormally jittery for how much Prime he's drinking. First off, how much Prime are you drinking to get this effect? I mean, if you drink multiple Primes in a day and you start to feel funny, then maybe you just shouldn't drink that much Prime, you dipshit. No, there has to be something wrong with the product. I drank 6 gallons of water and now my stomach hurts, so I'm staying away from that shit. Now, I don't like Prime. I've drank Prime. I think it tastes like someone freaking mainlined a lemon and then pissed into a bottle, but this doesn't make any sense to me. You see, Prime Hydration is just that. It's a hydration drink. It doesn't have caffeine in it, which is the main thing when it comes to consuming this type of beverage that would give you the jitters, as Ludwig claims to have gotten. Now, I know what you're going to say. There is a Prime Energy, but Ludwig actually references a plastic Prime Hydration bottle.
If you drink a shit ton of these, you start buzzing.
Not to be confused with a metal Prime Energy bottle, confirming he is indeed referencing Prime Hydration, giving him the jitters. This would mean that Ludwig is either so much of a bitch that he can't handle the same amount of electrolytes that I'm sure a 9-year-old is consuming while drinking this stuff while in middle school, or he's being a bit untruthful when it comes to telling this story, which would not be the first time that Ludwig was caught telling little white lies to try to push a narrative. He did the same thing when lying about a streamer named Destiny not contributing to a cheeseball game that Ludwig had thought to play, ruining the vibes of an event, which was later proven to be false.
And we were trying to throw the cheese ball into every person's mouth in a row, and if we failed, we would restart. Just a dumb fucking game that you play with your friends. But I remember he comes in, and I go, cheese ball? And he goes, no.
You're a millionaire.
And a lot of people believe that Ludwig lied when he deleted a video where he was critical of Hassan because Hassan cried about it like a little bitch.
Oh God. It's just an opportunity for every single person to be like, look guys, I'm a content creator. I'm really privileged.
You should call Hassan and apologize. Why is Hassan mad? What did I do? What'd I do? Because I'm a mogul male? What's up? You guys didn't know, that was a mogul mail that I uploaded yesterday. You might not have seen it though, because I took the video down.
You're a fucking bitch, dude. Saying that he actually deleted the video because it wasn't performing well, which is just like objectively not true. Again, these are just little white lies that people that tend to have a false sense of superiority when it comes to manipulation make to try to corroborate their stories. Just nothing major, which is why they feel like they can get away with it in the first place. Small little lies that even if you're called out for, you know, they aren't that big of a deal, but you're using them to try to push a much more sinister narrative. And it would seem to me that Ludwig feels particularly comfortable doing this to Logan Paul in this situation because Logan Paul is a piece of shit. Anyway, let's really get into the drama here. The main accusation that Ludwig makes towards Logan Paul is that Logan Paul doesn't actually drink Prime Hydration, or at least as much as Logan Paul claims to. Now, this is obviously a huge accusation for Ludwig to push towards Logan Paul. Prime is basically Logan Paul's first child. Some would argue that Logan Paul loves Prime more than his own child. I mean, the guy used the birth of his kid as an opportunity to promote Lunchly Prime, for God's sakes. And here is Ludwig stating that, well, Logan doesn't actually like his own product as much as he claims to. You better not believe him so much. He's pretty much a liar. The way Ludwig came to this conclusion is actually pretty freaking gross, in my opinion. He basically stole a swig out of Logan Paul's Prime bottle when he wasn't looking. Ew. Gross. Don't touch my drink. That's how I feel about it. What is wrong with you?
I decided to grab Logan Paul's Prime and I took a sip. It was water. Logan Paul replaced the Prime with water. So I'm pretty sure that mother is lying, and if you drink a shit ton of these, you start buzzing.
Now, fortunately, we actually do get to see both sides of the story because Logan Paul responds to these accusations on his podcast.
I go online the other day and I see this dude Ludwig preaching to his audience about how I don't actually drink Prime.
And spoiler alert, but there's actually a little bit more to this story than Ludwig would have wanted you to know. Like, one thing that Logan really thought was necessary to bring up is the fact that Ludwig actually cheated by taking some of the water out of his Prime bottle to begin with.
He admitted that he went to go cheat because it was the cookie challenge from Squid Game. Of course, I'm a cheater. I went to go cheat and I went to go take a sip of Logan's Prime. It was the cookie challenge. So, like, you're supposed to have a lot of saliva to melt the cookie so you can carve out your cookie.
Right, okay.
Like the same exact challenge that was in Squid Games.
In Squid Games, yeah.
He was trying to wet his mouth.
He slandered me. He potentially did damage to my business. But worst of all, he's a cheater. That Ludwig is a stinky, smelly cheater. I hate all of these people. All of these people just suck, man. So apart from stuff like that, where it's just Logan Paul crying that people are being dishonest and mean to him on the internet, he actually does offer a reasonable explanation as to why this Prime bottle had been filled up with water. And also allowing this story to get to a point where I get another excellent example as to why people need jobs. We are watching multimillionaires get into an argument over why there was water in a bottle of Prime. Are you kidding me, dude? So anyway, the explanation is simply that the contestants for this MrBeast thing were only provided with water while on set, and Logan Paul only had the Prime bottle that he came on set with. So to continue getting the free publicity and free promotion, he decided to continuously fill up his Prime bottle with water.
Here's the context he gave, which lacked context, but enough context to get people to believe him so he could get the clip. Ready?
Oh no.
Okay. In the box video, I walked in with a Prime. Obviously, it's a MrBeast video. It's gonna get 250 million views. I want people to see my product.
Yeah.
And I drank the Prime in the first, whatever, 30 minutes, hour, whatever.
I remember.
And Jimmy's team was bringing water bottles to drink. That was what they brought us to drink. So my options were drink out of the water bottle and throw the Prime out, or pour the water in the Prime so I at least am still marketing my product in a MrBeast video, but there's water inside it.
This is a much more reasonable explanation than Logan Paul is secretly filling up Prime bottles like all the time, like he's avoiding drinking his own product because there's something wrong with it or he doesn't enjoy it or anything like that. And Logan Paul goes into this a little bit, but I would have to stand with him that I find it very unlikely that for the hours that they were together doing this event, Ludwig never noticed that Logan was sitting down filling up his Prime bottle with a water bottle at any point. And regardless, like, it's so just clear to me that Ludwig tried to angle this all in a way that there was just so much more to something as simple as this one Prime bottle this one time had water in it. Like, there's something wrong with the product. I'm getting the jitters. Logan doesn't even drink it, for God's sakes. Just in my opinion, very, very obviously dishonest. Like trying to spin a narrative that people would enjoy because Logan Paul is a piece of shit and everyone hates him, so it's just fun to dog on him right now. This reminds me of not so long ago when Sniper Wolf got falsely accused of copyright striking a channel, and everybody ran with it, and then even after the fact, when it was proven that she didn't really do anything, the common argument to why we shouldn't care was, well, it's Sniper Wolf and she sucks, so why should we care if we lie about her? Even if your moral compass is so that you just can't see the problem with just lying about something or not doing your due diligence to prevent spreading false information, you should at least be able to recognize that by saying these things that are misleading or just plain untrue, you're giving these horrible, despicable people ammo to give to their audience to say, hey, look, all these people that are saying things about me, they're all liars. Here's an example. It's just not productive. It's not good by any metric, and it's a real 10 IQ take to think anything different, in my opinion. So next time you're sitting and you're wondering to yourself, how can a piece of shit like Logan Paul retain an audience? How can people still watch this asshole? Remember, that's Ludwig's fault. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna end my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye. Drink Prime.